Welcome to another screencast by Scientific Remodeling System. Hello and welcome to part 4 of the Trello series. And what I'm showing you here with Trello is how to run projects using Trello. In the previous articles, I showed you step by step how to set up a project, a company. In the second one, I showed you how to set up a personal to-do list. And the third, some details about how to use a card. So I'm going to go over this in more detail now, and also where I had you setting up an organization that had all your projects within it. Now I'm breaking that out into a much larger field. So as you see here, go down to the mansion project. It is an organization. The mansion bathroom project is an organization, and in that we have different cards: the mansion design phase, handoff to production, rough-in phase, trim phase, wrap-up phase, and the post-project phase. And this allows us to put a lot more detail in there, and I think it's going to work well for you. One of the things you may ask is, how in the world am I going to find it when I have 100 projects in there? This list can get very long. Now notice when we click over here on boards, right here, we get a sidebar with boards. When we click the Trello logo at the top, we get this view, which is very handy. And you'll also notice that these are starred. So these are the projects I'm working on plus the to-do list. I'll be giving this out also. I showed you how to do this, but I have made it into a generic list now, and I can share this with you. It's an excellent to-do list, and you can make it your own by customizing it. So as you can see, we have all our starred ones here, and then if we want to pull up a specific project, in this case I have mansion as a project, and you can see all of the mansion items there. Now number 1 is not there, and that is for a reason. Number 1 is actually residing in your company organization. So if we go down to, let's just make it clear here, we'll go to this. We have a Better Remodeling Company. We have lead and client contact info, company contact info. That could be set up for your people in your company. And marketing. You can set as many of these up as you want. And then down here we have a bathroom project template. And this is made for bathrooms. It's specifically set up for that. There's not much difference except in the design phase. You might put some different things in. So you could create organizations called kitchen project templates, whole house renovation project templates, those kind of things. And here's another organization set up: Cooker's Kitchen and the mansion bathroom project. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you the first of these boards, the lead and client contact info. It's using Trello as a CRM, or a contact relationship manager. And this is for people who have maybe 100, 200 leads a year. It's not for people with thousands of leads, such as exterior contractors. And then what we'll do, we pass this client information, and notice that this organization is a Better Remodeling Company. We'll pass that on to the design phase of the mansion project, and that contact will flow through this project so that we keep track of everything that's said or done with this client. So the first thing we're going to do is open a lead and client contact info. This is a board. All of this orange is a board. And the board's name is lead and client contact info. This right here, contact information, is a list. So it's board, list, card. So these are cards here. So this is in a Better Remodeling company. It is organization visible. You can set these privacies up the way you want. You can make them public, private, or organization. So every member of the organization can see this. So what I've done on this, since I'm giving this out, this will be given out to free Scientific Remodeling System members. I've put instructions at the top of these lists. When you get used to it, you can just take those out. And then I have a contact card template here. And say you had filled all contact 1, contact 2 out already. You would go to contact card template, click it, right? And then go over to copy, click copy. And we would call this, let's call this mansion contact info. And we're going to copy it right to the same place it is now. But let's put it in the top position. Okay, so create the card. And let's close that so you can see what that looked like. So now they are at the top of the list. Now I'm going to pull them down to keep our instructions at the top. You notice how you can just drag and drop them wherever you want. It's one of the beauties of this system. So mansion contact info. Let's turn that card over by clicking right here on the card. And we see name, email, address, mailing address, phone number, source of the contact. Where did this contact come from? Did he come from a BNI meeting, or did you meet him on the street, or did you meet at a chamber meeting or at the home builders? The project type, what are they interested in? And the salesperson, if a salesperson has been assigned to this. Also, you'll find in this same board, I have a lead sheet which I have finally made into a fillable lead sheet. So now you can keep a digital copy. It's a PDF, but it's a fillable PDF. And so free and premium members can download this on the scientificremodelingsystem.com site. And they can also open it right here. So if you click that, you'll go to the site. But be sure you're logged in before you do that, otherwise you'll get a message. And then you can use comments in the area below for further information, such as any other information they may have given you when you met them. Some of these people will be leads, some of them will just be contacts. And when they turn into leads, I'll show you what to do in just a moment. So right now, let's edit this. And when we click edit right here, you notice that we get a very different look. We see double Asters, name, colon, double Asters. And that is a code called Markdown. And what that does is make name look bold. See how it's bold there? Just ignore those, and I put a space after the double Aster, and let's put her name. We'll call her Miss Mansion, and we'll call her Mansion at SRS. I'll just say call her SRS.com, and then you put in the street name. You can erase that. Main Street. And city, state, zip, phone number, source of them, where did you meet them, the project type, this is a bathroom, And the salesperson is Billy Bob. And if you want to fill out or attach a lead sheet, you can pick this up by clicking the link on the after we save this. You would just click this right here, see, and you'll go to the lead sheet. So if you have a lead sheet, all you would do is go to attachment like that, and you would, where is this lead sheet? Is it on the computer, Google Drive, Dropbox, Box, OneDrive? OneDrive is Microsoft's cloud storage. So you can pull it off of any one of these areas and attach a link and then add it. So if we were looking at, let's say, Dropbox, files, and let's go to documents and a better remodeling company. And there's let's just put a file in there, a better remodeling company, contacts and characters, and choose that. Okay, now we would have their lead sheet attached there. And we might put a comment, she's interested in gutting the entire bath and enlarging. Okay, and then just click comment, and that comment's in there. Let's click out of there, and you can see that we have the mansion contact info. It has a description, which all of these do because that's where we put her address. It has a comment, and it has one attachment. Now let's say she has become a lead, and we'll move her over into the leads area. Once a contact becomes a lead, add the checklist, lead checklist, from the checklist drop-down menu to the back of the card. Check off items as they are completed. Now what that means, let's turn this card over now, and let's go to checklists, and right here from the drop-down there's a lead checklist. It's already made, so you'll get this with your board. Click that, and we'll call it Mansion Lead Checklist. You can name it anything you want. And now we have a checklist. Besides all her information now, the attached lead sheet on the back of this card, we also have a checklist. Place lead contact info in a autoresponder. If we do that, we check that off. Send welcome message to the lead. Thank you for contacting us. Send a second letter explaining the benefits of using your company. Click that. Follow up second letter with phone call from salesperson. Click that off. Make an appointment to visit the lead. I'll say Billy Bob has made his appointment, and move this contact from the lead sheet to the active lead list. Now when we click this off, this turns green, the bar graph turns green, and on the front of the card it'll be green. And I want to emphasize, all of this is customizable. You can make your own checklist, exactly what your process is and how you're going to distribute it, and how you're going to deal with that customer. So let's click out of there. We'll click on the body here, and you notice that this is green. Now what this means in this case is that all the items are complete and the appointment has been made. We're going to move this into the active lead. Now you notice here's an active lead. Here it has 5 of 6 checked off, so it lacks one of the checklists being done. So now that she's done, what we want to do, and let's say that, let me read this to you. This is where an active lead contact card is placed, meaning the lead is being pursued or or visited by a salesperson. If the lead signs a design retainer agreement or estimate agreement, either one, whether they want design or just are paying you for your estimate, create an organization under their name. In other words, this organization would be called Mansion Bathroom, and copy the design phase board template to this organization. Then copy the lead card into the design phase board of the client's project board. Now that sounds kind of complicated, but I'll show you how. It's really quite easy. Now let's go back to Trello here. We'll click Trello, and we've already made the organization. This is her organization, the Mansion Bathroom Project, and here is the design phase. See, and we already have that card here. Let's just close this card out by clicking Archive. Okay, now it's archived, just so you can see how it's done. We'll go back to our boards, and we can hit this and hit our favorites. We'll go to Lead and Client Contract. We see hers right here. So let's click on that card and turn it over. And then we're going to move, not copy, but we're going to move it. We're done with this in this CRM. Otherwise, this board would get very full. And we're going to move it, click right here, to a board in the Mansion Design phase, right? The client contact info is the list we're going to put it in, and we'll put it in the second position and move this card. Now you notice it's no longer here, it's gone. So this salesperson has finished his job here and has sent the lead off to the design department. So now if we click the Trello logo, we will go down to the Mansion Bathroom Organization, which is a project. Every project's going to be an organization. And we'll click on Mansion Design Phase, and you can see her card is here now, the same card we filled out. All that's being passed along, and we're going to pass this along to production when all this is done. So that's the client information. It's going to sit here for the rest of the design phase, and next week I'll go over this board, which is quite a bit in here. And you'll have other contracts you'll get in here. You'll get a design retainer agreement. All my premium members will, and there'll be some good contracts in here. So you will definitely want to get hold of these. So that's it for this week. As I said, we went to Trello. We went to our lead and client contact, which is in a Better Remodeling Company organization. We filled out a contact list. You might have several leads here. And then once we became a lead, we moved that lead over here. Once it became an active lead, we moved it over here. And then we clicked there, turned it over, and moved it to the design phase. So that's what you would do. One thing, I don't know if I went over this or not, but I do want you to understand this. If you look down here, you have a bathroom project template, and when you have one of these, say you're starting a new organization, all right, then you would go down here, create a new organization, and let's call this one Barbie's Deck. And create that. Okay, now go back to Trello and say we got this job, and go to the template, click the board, right? Click Menu, and we're going to copy the board, and we're going to call it the same thing, to design phase, and we're going to copy it to, here's all your organization, in other words, all your projects. We're going to copy it to Barbie's deck, and keep the cards, and create. Now it will turn blue, which is the default color. I like to keep my design and pre-production in a certain color, so we'll change the color. That's easy enough. And now we have all that information right here, and the contact will come in right here, and you can start to work on the design phase. So all you do is every time you have a project, create an organization, right? Create an organization, and then pull these boards off of whatever is the appropriate template, whether it's kitchen, bath. And once you get all these built up, it'll be really simple. You can see copying and moving is a piece of cake in this thing. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this. That's lead and client contact info using Trello as a CRM and taking that information and putting it in the next phase of your project. So this is Randall Souls. I look forward to talking to you next time about the design phase, and we'll go over that in detail next week. I hope you'll visit us at scientificremodelingsystem.com, become a premium member, and get all the benefits that premium members have. You can download everything on the site, including my 12 sessions, and they are guaranteed to make you a lot of money. So do that, and we'll see you next week. Thank you and so long. This is Randall Souls with Scientific Remodeling System.